Woza, Umchaka here for Fans Beat by SoccerBeat, hanging out with Cheezboy Mokoena, taking fans' questions. We posted a video on social media at SoccerBeat today, asked everybody to send their questions on social media, even WhatsApp, and our WhatsApp line is 063 629 4218. You can send us a video or a voice note text, like this voice note that we got. Tembelani Cheez. His name is Thambinkosi Shakes, which means he's a player, eh? Shakes. They don't call him Shakes, eh? Mente, from Eklebecha. He played a voice note. Check it out.
Hola, Cheezboy. Hope you're good, my man. Hope you had a great Christmas and you're starting the new year on a high. This is Thambinkosi Shakes Mente from Kabech. Cheez, I remember back in the day, I think it was 2002, there was an article on Soccer Latuma about the Orlando Pirates development having a link then with Real Madrid. I think Gift had just been promoted to the first team, the late Gift Leremi. And there was a small column there talking about you being the next great thing. I think you were a 15-year-old and you had scored 2 goals in a tournament in Spain. I can't remember whether it was with the SA Under-17s or it was with the Pirates development team. But that's where I started to take note of this name, Lebogang Mokoena. I didn't know you as Cheez then, but it was Lebogang Mokoena. And then you made your debut in the first team, I think in 2003, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. But first time I heard about you was in that 2002 article that you were the great. You were one of the players who was destined for greatness in that 2002 article. Yeah, it had an article on the Pirates development having a link with Madrid, and it had a picture of this guy Augusto Palacios and the late Gift Leremi and Joseph Makhanya. It was this guy Augusto Palacios standing in the middle with this guy with these guys Leremi and Joseph Makhanya on the sides. That's where I took note of you, my man. I want to know, Cheez, when did you join Orlando Pirates and how did the move come about? I'm talking about getting into the development, and how did it feel to be part of the development of Orlando Pirates, and how was the whole program during that time you were there? How was the whole program during the time you were there? Like, were you well taken care of? Did you were taken to school? Did you stay at the clubhouse and did you have stipends and stuff? Yeah, I'm curious to hear that from humble beginnings at youth development. How did things go, my bro? Thank you.
Cheez, when you hear that kind of voice note, like I could just tell as you look down, there's a lot that guy said. And what I pick up is this guy knows you, Cheez.
I'm fit. You know what, Tembelani, thank you so much for the voice note. And he's just bringing back memories. And just to answer his voice note, I mean, at some stage at Pirates when we are youngsters, we had this relationship with Real Madrid. Because of course, Coach Augusto, having traveled, doing his courses and stuff, and even with us playing in the Danone Cup from the under 12s, under 13s, I think that's where some of these teams get to recognize the talent in South Africa, and I think that's how it all came about, and they were interested with some of the things that are done at Orlando Pirates, and also trying to help Augusto Palacios in terms of structuring the development, how they do things. So we're also part of that program where we were taught a lot of things in terms of how to grow as a development player, and Augusto Palacios had that platform, and he shared it with us, and that's why the late Gift Leremi, eventually said, I'm bound for greater things. One day I'll be playing for Real Madrid because, always rubbing shoulders with clubs like that, you always believe the relationship they have with the club is going to pave a way and open a way, And yeah, Tembelani, I was supposed to be the next big thing, and sometimes we cannot control our destinies and where we want to be. I've always wanted to go play in Europe, I mean, I've done so many things from a young age playing against these international teams, whether Madrid, Barcelona, Feyenoord. It happened in Japan. We had left with the Orlando Pirates squad. We played a top, I think it was a top 8, and I scored 2 goals there. You know, a lot of teams were really impressed. You know, and the opportunities were there. You know, but obviously it was not in my hands because as a footballer, all you want to do is to play. You know, and the other thing that really hampered some of the moves was that I was really just focused on playing the game. I was never worried much about who wants me, and then I must start sulking and not performing. I always believed if this one is not going to work, I still have age on my side. I'll get another chance and go overseas, you know. And that did not happen, you know. And there was a lot of interest, Bram. I think I might have said this a lot of times in most of my interviews, and talking about it really hurts my feelings a bit because, like you say, Oguti, I was bound to be the best a youngster to come out of South Africa. You know, the opportunities were there, but it was not in my hands. And going back to the importance of development, it's very key, Bram, because that's where you learn the basics, and we got that right to Orlando Pirates. We loved it so much because it was more of a home. You know, we had the late Zodwa Khoza who really took care of us. I mean, we stayed at Mayfair, the flat. Pirates took us through school. You know, we went to school from Pirates. You know, they did a lot for us, in fact, growing up as Intwana, you know, and Sizo was behind all of that. That's when we realized that, you know what, we actually need to give back to this club because they've taken really good care of us. Dr. Khoza himself, you're a timer. So timer was always like, I need to see you guys grow. I want you guys to become the next best thing. And it did happen because I think we touched a lot of people's hearts. We left a lot of good memories. And what made this thing work was that at the Orlando Pirates development at that time, we worked with a lot of legends, a lot of Orlando Pirates, former players were our coaches. Tinabo Joseph Makhanya, Vilagazi, the late Gift, Senzo Meyiwa, Iskoko Sam, they were really inspirational to us. And what made it easier was that we learned the culture of the club, number one. We learned the importance of the badge you are playing for. And we learned that the rich history of the club. So that made things a bit easier because we were told or being coached by people that have walked the path. I can name Coach Esther Khomani, former Orlando Pirates, captain and skipper, Bennett Shoes Lushozi, skipper, tight marker, young tall, and then Besis Peter Ababa no Shugela, Black Sunday Masechela, Debo Khomuloi, Pashin Mashang, Pozozo Makan. So by just giving you all those names, you understand why when we got to the first team, we looked like we were really unstoppable, you know. So I hope I have answered your question, Bram. And yeah, no, Shakes, keep on shaking it up. Or tell me. I can't wait for your next voice note. Danko.
I pick up something there, Cheez. As you say, you know, the offers came, and did you realize how big or how massive of an opportunity it was that passed when it was an overseas club versus, I mean, because I think from what I gather, this is me just assuming, you felt okay because you knew you were probably going to be pro at Pirates, you know. So even if I don't go to Real Madrid, or you know, I'm going to be okay at Pirates. Did you realize that this is Real Madrid? I'm missing out. Like, I'm missing out of a big opportunity. Deportivo, you know, Strasbourg, when you didn't go with Katle Kompela, those opportunities. Did you know the difference of the opportunities? Did you know at that time?
Yes, Mchara. Why I say that is because look, I was already part of the under-17 national setup already. So that's international games already. So you get to rub shoulders with these players. But now the issue, or I'm not gonna say issue, but I think what hindered this thing was that Dr. Khoza wanted me to start in the first team first before I can go overseas. That was the agreement or a chat that we had, that no, but you have to play here first. I need you to be in the first team. You are going to be promoted. You're going to be playing here first. And then you are still young. These opportunities are going to still come. Yes, there is this one and that one. But South Africa must have a taste and a feel of you. I could have left the country without even people knowing, like other players that they don't know when they come back to Bafana Bafana. So Dr. Khoza wanted me to establish myself first so that South Africa can have a taste of a little bit of the mozzarella and then move to an overseas team, you know. Unfortunately, you know, it's not what we anticipated. It did not happen. Maningi mchabayazi kube ngitraveled the whole world out time. Phela bengibahlupha mina out international abe bangazi kahle. That's why they came to South Africa, but hey, there's this Bebabathi nguThierry Henry mos, because I was playing as a striker at that time. Ngilongi mncane so. False
Sure,
nine.
sure,
Ah,
sure.
mamela mchanga. Shayineti from under 15, under 17. Aye. First team yathi hayi ngonya izala. You know, so I
Uza.
had to touch base endlini, and then unfortunately the move did not happen, but the offers
Yeah,
were there. But I really realized that, you know what, it was me loving the club. Like I said, I grew up
yeah,
at the team, figuring at 12 years, and near this opportunity at 15, 14, and now I have to go to Real Madrid, go to this club. I was not ready myself because I did not understand the dynamics of this thing. But I was told that, you know what, when I'm a like high, and I accepted it
yeah.
because, I mean, home is home. You know, if they say dinner is at 7 o'clock, dinner is at 7 o'clock, my friend. I cannot say no. I want to eat at 5:30. So that was
It
the
doesn't
case.
work like that. It
Yeah.
doesn't work like that. Cheez, do you guys realize? Do you guys dream of playing for Real Madrid, or is it Pirates? Like, I want to be first team Pirates in that development.
Yeah, we did a lot because we rubbed shoulders with these guys, and that's where you test your level as a player at that young age. That, you know what, I mean, if I can play well against a Man United, because I wanted to go to Manchester at that time, because Manchester was a big thing at that time. You know, when they
Yeah,
had the David Beckhams, you know, I used to really love the club, and I was like, oh, one day I want to see myself. And I think as a player or as a youngster, when you grow up, those are the targets that you put for yourself. Those are your dreams and aspirations, that one day I'm also going to be playing that Champions League. One day I'm going to be rubbing shoulders with some of the best or world class players, you know. So Magube, you are a player that doesn't dream or think of that, then you're in the wrong space thinking I'm just going to play la. That you must have bigger visions, you know. And I'm glad that we're having more South African players moving abroad, and as we've had the likes of Upeni having moving Urkant, they did exactly that. You know, they raised the flag high. Abo Lucas Khatebe, Shoes Mushwe, I can mention a lot of guys that went abroad and really left a mark. Spusiso Zuma. I mean,
yeah.
Uzuma on a statue. Who doesn't want to have a statue in a foreign country overseas? I'm fit. Maybe I'm going to statue somewhere in J. Maybe they will never even call me Cheez. Maybe I would have had a different name.
Hey, the mozzarella himself. Send your questions. He's here right through the season. You want to hang out with Cheez again? Send those questions. I'll make sure he's here to answer all of them. We are on WhatsApp 063 629 4218 at SoccerBeat at SoccerBeat ZA on social media.
The Carling Black Label Cup is here to put the power back in your hands. Fagugesi at the Carling Cup on 21 December at Orlando Stadium. Buy your tickets at Ticket Pro. T's and C's apply.
Of course, on YouTube, you can subscribe and ring our bell to get notified. To get notified when we drop our episodes. Comment and share, of course, all our content, and tell your friends how lovely it is to be with us on Fans Beat by SoccerBeat with Cheezboy Mokoena
Yeah.
and Umchaka. Thank you very much to everybody that sent questions.